Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This trip, we headed to Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam. We loaded up the RV, hooked Snazzy to the back of it, and drove Maximum Effort down separately. The first event we attended, the beach crawl. So, gonna give everybody a little pro tip. You gotta get up kinda early for the beach crawl. But it's totally worth it. There's nothing like driving down the beach with 200 of your closest friends in a gigantic Jeep parade. Not just Wranglers, there's Cherokees, Grand Cherokees. Yeah, there's even a few Renegades. Every shape and size Jeep you can imagine. So now don't just show up to Myrtle Beach and expect to do all the cool kid things. There's a little bit of planning you need to do. The first thing you need to do is well in advance, like right now, go like and follow the Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam Facebook page. On this page, they'll put out dates as to when they're going to open registration up, because you need to register to do the beach crawl. You can also register for the event and to up charges at the event, whether it's VIP passes or the obstacle course that they build just for this event. All that can be accomplished through their Facebook page. So after you get up at the crack of dawn and go to the beach crawl, you go get some breakfast, because Jeep Jam doesn't really start till about noon. So then you head back to the same parking lot and you enter the event. And what do you find but a gigantic obstacle course that they literally build every single year just for this event.
Then we will have the national anthem, the opening prayer, and then the fun begins. Can you hear that beep okay? Yeah. Can you hear it okay now?
Okay, so it's 12 o'clock, the event has started, and everybody's lined up to do the obstacle course, which is kind of my favorite part of the whole event. I get to watch a bunch of AT tires run through this thing, and the mall crawlers, they do their thing. Nevertheless, it's a blast. They're learning. The volunteers on the track are guiding them through. If anybody gets stuck, they've got equipment to pull you out quickly and safely, and they try really, really hard to let you make it through it. And they'll spend a little extra time letting you give it a little skinny pedal. So the inside of the track is the hard lane, and the outside of the track is the easy lane. Both of them are challenging depending if you have a stock or modified vehicle. It's a lot of fun. I love just setting up shop on the fence line and just watching. And when I get bored, then I go shopping. They have a ton of opportunities to take your money here. Myrtle Beach Jeep Jam typically runs Halloween weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, Friday and Saturday are typically the busier days. Most of my footage that you're seeing is from Sunday. It was a lot easier to shoot video when there weren't 10,000 people walking around me. They do all kinds of little events inside the event, costume contests, little trick-or-treating for kids, and if you like ducks, Oh yeah, there's lots of people handing out ducks. So now this brings us to Vendor Alley. And that space on the property probably is just as big as the obstacle course. They have a ton of people with their products. And I mean that. There are literally people that have invented items, manufactured them, and brought them to this show to sell them to you. Hardware, software options, tops, bumpers, racks, lighting options, sound equipment. They have people on site to install these items too. It's really a really nice setup and a ton of things to look at. There's also t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, vintage signs, parts. There's even food and some libations. The Budweiser beer trailer is on site. So if you need to spend some money, they can definitely help you out with that here. Now, walking around and doing a little shopping, you're going to notice that there's a little bit of the lights before lockers attitude here, if you know what I'm saying. But it's still fun to look at. Now, I can definitely suggest, if you only have one day to spend at this 3-day event, make it Saturday. That's when all the vendors are set up and doing business, and everybody and their brother is there, but that gives you ample opportunity to watch people go through the obstacle course, which is by far the main draw to this event. That's what kind of sets this apart a little bit, because they have this gigantic obstacle course, and there is always somebody in, on, stuck, getting pulled out. There's just so much to look at, little sensory overload. And then on top of that, they have literal grandstands set up so you can watch people get stuck in the mud, in their mud pit. Pretty epic. And now you know we had to run Max down through this mud pit. So now welcome to the other hidden gem at this event. Walking through the parking lot and looking at everybody's stuff. And there's a lot to look at. You could probably spend hours out here on any of the days just walking around and looking at people's stuff. And, maybe I put a duck or two on something. So a lot of this footage was shot on Sunday, early on Sunday. And the parking lot is pretty full. Now, Saturday, it's like people parking in the grass, people parking everywhere they can get a spot. Along with walking around on the inside, I took a little stroll down one of the vendor alleys, and there's not a ton of people. Saturday, you could barely move. There were so many people. And the atmosphere was really cool. And then, of course, I had to get video of the Jeep rod. This thing was pretty sick.
Beautiful run through the mud pit. Nice. Let's see if he can get through the ruts on the top. Spins right through with ease. Nice piece of driving there. Maximum Effort is the name of this Jeep Wrangler here. How we doing, ladies?
Wonderful.
Where are you from?
Fayetteville.
Nice to have you down from Fayetteville.
Thanks.
Who you got with you?
My son Caleb.
That's what I meant. You and your son.
Yep.
Now, this is an awesome Jeep. You've got it lifted up. It looks like you've been through the mud pit a time or two with us.
I have.
Did you make it through on the first run?
I did.
Are you going to make it through again?
Oh, yeah.
No need to tell them to roll the windows down. They're riding around Nate, ladies and gentlemen. All right, good luck.
Good luck, man.
Splashdown. Oh, that Jeep. Whoop, whoop. Oh, Well, we can't blame it on the windows this time, can we?
Well, not everybody can make it through the mud pit, I guess. But that's the great thing about going to an event like this, and most Jeep events that have any kind of off-roading, there are people there with equipment to rescue you. So you're never really in any danger, and everybody's just there to have a good time. So, with that being said, thanks everybody for watching the video, and remember, go anywhere, do anything.